Oh, you were 1 second short.
Fuck! God damn it!
You don't have my timing.
I
You know what it
I don't
is?
have the touch.
You needed the Australian lag to
Ah, yeah.
delay it for 1 second.
hmm
Then
You're right. You're right.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sound a little bit different today because I am under the weather. I apologize to everyone ahead of
Yeah,
time.
you sound a little white there, dude.
I sound, man, fuck
I
you,
guess a little
Australia crack.
white.
Yeah, when he came on, Artivous had Barry. When Artivous came on, he had Barry Manilow playing in the background. So, yeah.
All right. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Hi guys, I'm Plippy McGee.
So,
Yeah,
big
baby.
news this week is Gizmodo is resurrecting a corpse because they really want emails.
They are
They've
basically
gone
wearing Gorka's skin in more ways than one.
Okay.
No, they're wearing Gorka's pants
Okay.
on their head.
Here's all right. The thing is all this shit is happening right now, so we don't know that they've gotten away with it. Now, here's the thing. I think this was a water test on them because Univision cracked the whip early. Like, y'all need to calm the fuck down and submit to corporate policy, or you're gonna be gone. Because they don't have any problem with just shutting shit down and just liquidating assets and being like, oh well.
it's a probing. It's a
Yeah,
probing attempt.
it's to see how far I think they could push it. And before I jump on anything, I want to see Univision's reaction. What they did was
Yeah,
fucked
well,
up.
there's people organising ops as we speak, and there's people that have been emailing Univision directly with their own ethics policy, saying they breached your ethics policy. Are you going?
Because that
And
article,
pray that they do.
plain and simple, was nothing but a smear attack whatsoever. He had broken no laws. He had done nothing bad to anyone. It was, you're on the other side of the political spectrum from me, so we want to destroy you.
Yeah.
And yeah, here's his girlfriend. Here's what she looks like. Here's her Twitter account.
That was my big thing about it. I looked through it and I thought, okay, Lucky. Yeah, I made fun of him. I made fun of him for being on the cover of what was it, Time, with that really embarrassing picture.
Yeah.
I made fun of him for that.
Still, at
But to
the
be
end of the
completely-
day, he was on time and they weren't.
I just think it's amazing that I read this article. And three things. One, it didn't say he was pro-Trump. He was funding anti-Hillary memes. Think about this. Memes.
He was part of Frog Twitter.
He was part of Frog Twitter.
Number
Pepe
two
has become too powerful.
Number two, they pointed out his girlfriend didn't just give her name and said who is a Trump supporter. They said Gamergate, Trump supporter, pictures of her at a party, her Twitter handle, other journalists who work for closely politically knitted companies retweeting her tweets saying this is Lucky Palmer's girlfriend, Lucky's girlfriend, and I just think
this was a witch hunt on. Like, what did she have to do with anything? It was.
We can't get to him because he's not going to care. So we'll go after his girlfriend.
He's got fuck you money.
Yeah,
it was one of them was a columnist at TechCrunch, or columnist. And the third thing that I noticed was the comment section. It was so fucking vicious. It wouldn't surprise me if some people went out there. It was stuff like shit sticks with shit and stupid bitch and stuff like that. There were some people in the comments going, I clicked on this just to see what the comments are like, and I'm sad to see that they're true. I thought we were better than this. There were people saying that in that comment section. But the majority of what I saw was just vitriolic as fudge.
Yeah.
No, because the cockroaches, all right, had scattered because of basically them shutting down Gawker itself as a website. but their subsidiaries, their entire company is the same structure. They're all Gawker, they're all tier, they're all the same in terms of what they're writing, just different flavors of the same bullshit. Some has a little bit of orange spice.
Nick Denton and crew aren't running it. That's the only real operational difference at the moment.
Yeah, and the thing is they were gonna try because they're a bunch of friggin' children. They don't understand that there's boundaries. There's stuff wrong with us. This was a shot of over the bow of Univision to say, hey, we're horrible people. We make money off of being horrible people.
Mm-hmm. And we'd like to continue to make money.
Yeah, we'd still like to do that. And if Univision doesn't do anything about it, because the FTC changes are clear. And considering what just happened with Hogan, she could easily sue Gizmodo for this and destroy what's left. And Univision wants none of that.
Yeah, you're making us liable? Go away, find another job.
Yeah, Univision will disavow the hell out of you before they lose any money on your Gawker tier bullshit.
Let's just hope Univision does something that we haven't seen journalists do, like journalistic outlets do, which is fire some people.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be real quiet about it.
Oh, yeah, this person's been promoted, like they did with Sam Biddle.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they did. The woman who worked for Rolling Stone who wrote that false rape story.
rape case?
Yeah, she was basically not given anything to do, then quietly released.
Yep. And
they want to draw attention to it.
We're not firing you over this
them
thing, but we're firing
millions.
you over this thing. Yeah.
We're not firing you, we're just not giving you any work for a while. How long?
Just have
Forever.
They could be just like Guardian. Wasn't the Guardian where they have you go on leave so you don't get your benefits?
Yes. That's their policy now. That's not even people.
Yeah.
They have deliberately underemployed people to prevent them from getting benefits. Same thing. American companies were attacked saying, we're going to go ahead and give you less than full-time benefits so you don't qualify for Obamacare. Oh, evil capitalism!
We're for feminism, but fuck your maternity leave.
But bringing it back to the state of the Oculus Rift, I've got some tragic news to you guys.
VR was just a fad that's not going to make any fucking money?
I was looking through all the companies which have come out and said they are not going to be supporting the Oculus Rift, okay? I'm sure Oculus Rift are going to be absolutely fucking terrified. Rami Ishmael. Some woman called Olivia White who thinks that it's time for Valve to reach out for marginalized devs. The next one is Screwter Games, who will no longer be sort of producing the games Computer Janitor VR, Transporter Room 3, and Closer Than Infinity. You know, those hot properties, those hot deals. They're not coming through.
God damn it. I'm going to have to cancel my massive...
You mean we're getting no elevator simulator?
Gritfish will not be releasing Mallow Drops for the Oculus Rift.
Oh no!
Guys, it was a game that didn't even make it onto iOS. Okay,
that's Game of the Year.
I know. Press.exe, they said that they won't release anything, and I don't think they do games. I just looked at their website. There's nothing vaguely game related.
Here's the thing, Plippy. Here's the thing, Plippy. Fuck all of these people.
Line them up.
No. You have to realize that these companies and
no. Bend them over, male or female, with a giant purple strap on. if you're a female and do not have the penis required to fuck these people.
I believe we could get, Jim Sterling could recover part of his reputation by providing the service. He has the equipment.
Jim Sterling gave up his genitals a long time ago.
Are you using the Garrison offensive? Fuck them all to death?
Because, guys,
fuck them all to death.
Look, what about Tomorrow Today Labs? They have Newton VR, the Gravity VR simulator. How will Oculus Rift survive, you guys?
It is so fucking disgusting to watch these people literally try and destroy someone because they're politically opposed to them. He's done nothing wrong. He hasn't done these people have shielded fucking pedophiles.
He hasn't raped a woman. He's done nothing wrong except going, you know what? I like that Trump guy.
I like Pepe.
Yeah, I like a frog.
Like that's what this amounts to.
They like Kermit.
These people have protected con artists and doxers and just horrible people.
But the cartoon frog is just too much.
But this guy, we have to destroy you because you're... And that's the thing. Even if you're trying to... He already has your money.
I saw This is the great thing. I saw the excerpt of the article where they're bitching about his girlfriend. Where they're going on about it's
the cattiest shit ever.
Yeah, it's kind of like, why the fuck would anybody care that she's tweeting pictures of herself at a Trump rally unless Trump literally triggers you? There's no other reason.
It's some mean girl bullshit.
And to see this in an article purporting to be professional journalism
is a mockery of what the word journalism. It's high school gossip shit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it's worse. Oh my God! Did you see that girl? That girlfriend of that guy who I don't like? Oh well, it turns out she likes Trump. Oh my God! Gag me!
Oh, what a bitch! Oh,
what a skank! Oh my God! Look at her, she's so skinny. What a skank! I bet she throws up every time she eats. Oh my God! Look at this girl.
She is
oh my
so
God!
skinny.
Here's the Twitter. Here's her at a party. Oh my God!
You know the two of them probably had the most violent but satisfying revenge fuck after all of this shit came out. Like, it's one of those things where they hate you, they hate me, and we're just going to just destroy our bedroom over this.
And their genitals.
And their genitals. They're going to need ice packs after that. Because this is the thing. Like, you're trying... Like, what are you going to do to the guy? He's already rich. He already has his money.
This is the funny thing. They're going, we're not going to support Oculus. Do you think he cares? He's already been paid.
He sold to Facebook already.
I don't much.
Money.
I don't much support Black Trick. I mean, the guy's an asshole for various reasons, but he made an excellent point when he's like, okay, so I'm pitching a niche product to a niche market, and I've now removed a portion of that niche market. Look at me. I'm so fabulous, I'll be rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't, like, okay, here's the thing. All right, Facebook, there's some vindictive motherfuckers. All right? Mm-hmm. They own the Oculus right now. How pissed off is Zuckerberg at Gizmodo right now?
Oh, yeah, he'd be pissed.
What was it, 3 billion? 4 billion? What was it?
It was a lot of money.
A multi-billion-dollar fucking investment, and this fucking Gizmodo article is giving them their company, their product, all of this shit publicity that they didn't need anyway because it's failing to begin with. It's a fucking fad. It's nowhere near as successful as they thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be the next Wii.
Well, it's because you've got the same problem happening that's happened every other time VR has come out. the big companies do the wait and see thing. They don't develop anything that would require it because it's a whole new technology that would have to be incorporated widely. So it's literally trying to kickstart itself into the market to be valuable. And then the indies that you really need to actually push the thing and make it popular, only a couple of these are coming out with decent games that use the technology. The rest are like gee whiz tech demos.
Yeah,
like Super Hypercube. Okay,
and the
this
problem
is cool.
it'd be different.
It's 5 years too early. It's 5 years too early because it requires a whiz bang,
the exact
top of the
same
line
problems.
PC to run it, and it's a $600 screen that one person can use at a time.
It's
No
the
one's buying
same
that for the
problem that
kids.
VR, when they tried to push VR in the damn 90s, it's the exact same thing that happened.
Yep. Exactly.
Too expensive.
Well, it's too expensive. It takes up too much space. It's not worth the aggravation.
You got to hook everything up. We are kind of derailing into this, and my apologies for that.
No. But it makes it's important because the product itself is having trouble already, and the last thing you want as a fucking website on the internet is to piss off Facebook and your bosses.
Yeah,
because Facebook is gonna go to Univision and be like, "What the fuck, bro?"
We thought that you had policies against this kind of thing.
Because Facebook can flip a switch, and Gizmodo fucking websites don't work on Facebook anymore. They're dangerous content now.
And there's apparently a new op out, GG op. People are trying to resurrect the Oculus version of Operation Disrespectful Nod. Well, it'd be interesting to see if that actually goes anywhere.
Yeah, I don't really think, right now, wait and see.
It's contacting Univision.
Yeah, I'd wait and see the aftermath of what's going to happen. I'd give it a week and then go nuts. Because there's no way that... I don't think Univision is dumb enough to not do anything.
If anyone is interested, it's hashtag OP Double Vision.
Double Vision.
All right.
Go and check that shit out.
That is... Scott Schiller's age there. No one's going to get that reference, Scott, but you.
Ben Kuchera has come out saying it's going to be tricky to get devs and press excited about the Oculus until because of this whole funding white supremacy thing.
We have to get this guy who started this company out of the company.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Kuchera. And here's a blast from the past. Cheapy D. Do you remember Cheapy D of Cheap House Gaming?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
He's just basically saying that he's actually trying very poorly to be funny about this.
Most of these idiots already bought the product because they bought it to the hype anyway. That's what's funny about it. Is all the
money.
Yeah, most of these people were early adopters who got this thing because they thought it was going to be the future. It's the Oculus Rift and it's amazing. No, it's...
I get my money's worth out of my SDK2 here. I do, but it's because I know how to actually set it up and use it, and I have a whole area to myself. I'm not like the average user who just is like, how do I plug it in? Where are the USB ports? God damn, why doesn't this... I have to do a whole configuration thing?
Nobody's aren't going to buy that shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is what did you think was going to happen? I think that's partially what this is they adopted this technology before it was really ready.
I'll tell you what I thought. I thought it was mainly going to go into more first-person shooters and things like space.
That's triggering.
And things like space sims.
You can't get
any game where you sit in the cockpit, it's perfect for.
You can't get the safe space websites to talk about your technology if you put
the problem is
hyper masculine products.
the word cockpit has the word cock in it, and that's terribly triggering.
On its satellite masculine.
And since that's what it's designed for,
as we all know, it should be renamed the Vulva Chamber.
Why don't we call it the womb?
The womb. It's not ejecting; it's rebirth. And getting into the cockpit is the rape.
From death is produced new life.
God damn it, we could make an actual Art Nouveau type one that's hilarious, and people would want to play and beat the SJWs at their own fucking game.
No, that's what happened with that Black Lives Matter game that got banned for hate speech.
Because it used Black Lives Matter.
Because it used Black Lives Matter quotes.
Yes. It's like, this is hate speech. You can't. This is hate speech against black people, but it's black people agitating on behalf of black people. But you're white. White
He's
reasons.
just quoting them.
White reasons.
That whole shit has me so pissed. Like, I'm so mad at that crap that I'm not even mad at it anymore. Like, because
past mad.
Because I knew the escalation was coming, and I said it was coming, and sure enough, I get to see people trying to drag journalists into bonfires that they've made in the street because
that's some South Africa shit, you know.
Yeah, that's some.
I can see necklacing going on.
This is some Tutsi versus this is some Rwanda shit now.
Yeah. I saw this amazing attempt at defending Black Lives Matter. You want to hear it? It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Someone tweeted out Black Lives Matter in North Kakalaki. Throwing people onto bonfires, trashing black neighborhoods, and just generally behaving badly. And someone with the Black Lives Matter in their description, in their bio, said, "It's not Black Lives Matter; it's the black community that's doing it." And it's like, good defense, well done. Yeah, really,
aren't you supposed to? Or don't you say you represent the black community, despite the majority of the black community starting to turn on you idiots? Mm-hmm. That was what, as soon as I saw the video of the guy's family, I think it was his brother, saying, all white people are the devil and going away and whatnot and all that stuff on that vid, I was like, shit. Like, it's like, well, there's going to be riots tonight.
You saw with that you had you've got that one guy who does the free hugs thing, right? I mean, he's shown up at other events.
He was completely right.
And he goes up, hugs the guy. It's a great moment. It's the kind of thing that's like, yeah, this is the kind of thing people need to see.
Fuck
and
that
immediately
nigga.
Starts getting screamed at, and then he goes over and tries to talk to him. And there's this black chick, like a head shorter than he is, just yelling up at him. Like, how dare you? But yeah, you don't want anything to calm down. These are the people who are saying, no, we want people to be as angry as possible and getting violent and shit. They want a race war. It's openly that they want a race war.
No, they want to loot. The majority of the people that they arrested for crimes weren't even from there.
Heard about this. They
were from out of state. They came here to fuck shit up and steal shit.
Was this George Soros busing them in?
No, they know because they can loot and they can get away with it.
Oh,
that they could commit crimes. They
is doing shit over here. It's covered. Go for it.
Yeah.
Agitate it so they can get away with stealing and looting and going into stores and
if we can piss off the cops to the point they do anything, then we can just cut loose.
Exactly. And as soon as that vid dropped of him saying, "Oh, white people are devils," like, yep, that's what they were waiting for. And it didn't matter that it was a black guy with a fucking gun rushing the cops with said gun and a black cop saying, "Stop. No, seriously, stop. Don't do it. Stop." Like, you hear the the transcript, the cop has a body cam on him that exonerates the guy completely. It doesn't matter at all whatsoever. Black police chief doesn't matter at all. It's white supremacy somehow, and it's supposed like you can't. It's literally
the system. The system.
It doesn't matter at this point. Any black man, no matter what he does, if he is killed by the cops for any reason, no matter how horrible he is or what he's done or how much is his fault, they're going to riot in the city. And it's not going to do any good and make the situation worse. And it's the same stuff. They're fucking up black neighborhoods and black community places because they know if they try and go to the suburbs, they're dead. Because there are literally people waiting for them like, you motherfuckers try it. It'd be like that woman that like three black guys tried to come into her place and rob her home.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, fuck it, and started open fire back on them, and they scattered like fucking cockroaches, out the front and out the back, and she killed one of them. That's what's going to happen. And they think they want to incite a race war that, for the fuck's sake, y'all are going to lose. Because other black people aren't going to have your back.
Yeah.
Black people are like, you come on to my block, I'll shoot your ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you hurt anybody I care about,
you die.
You're
gonna catch around.
No, fuck shooting. I'm gonna use.
It's
you
like,
don't get to savor the emotions with a gun, okay?
You tie them up. You lock them in the box with the
man.
cockroaches. Leave them there for a few days. Then you take them out when you've got the bonfire ready. And then when you've actually, and you sort of like tease the match for a while, then you stop, then you tease the match for a while, you sort of spray the petrol on them kind of playfully to start with, then you make it that you're just fucking with them.
I'm more of a Vlad the Impaler kind of deterrence kind of thing, where I leave your head on a pike in front of my place.
Eventually,
don't go into that place.
Eventually, we have the...
Eventually, we have the rats type of guy.
Oh, I'm a producer.
I like the fact that I am the right-wing violent gun toter around here, and I'm more humane than any of you.
No, that's what it comes to.
To me, it's more about a psychological play before you do it.
It would have been different. All they ever had to do was denounce the violence and denounce the criminal acts. But because they have fanned the flames and made it worse, the Black Lives Matter movement serves no purpose. Because they stopped pushing for body cams when body cams started exonerating officers.
Yeah. Did you hear this one? Since it's become a common, where body cams are more common, the actual numbers of white policemen shooting black criminals has gone up.
Yeah.
That was an interesting statistic, I thought.
Yep.
And obviously, the first reason I could think of is just they know that no one's going to call them into question if they've got it on tape now.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad, really, in a way. The thing is, I do believe that there is possibly a lot of information. There's probably a lot of problems within the police force as it is. But the problem is that they're making the police force seem sympathetic. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing. You make them bulletproof because you're acting. The crazier you act, the harder it is to hold the ones in accord that are acting horribly. And at the end of the day, from what I've heard from people who are, fuck the police, is that they want robots.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to get robots. There are human beings in the street that are going to be scared, that are going to panic, that are going to make mistakes sometimes. And until you've been shot at, you really don't get to question people's reactions when crazy shit goes down. It's one of those things where there's no way you in that situation would know how you're going to react in comparison to what they did, because those are split-second decisions that people are going to spend years, picking at. And you want robots. You want people that are unfeeling and don't you don't want the type of person that doesn't feel fear. That's so much scarier than a person who's a human being.
If I was that kind of robotic person, I would have at least killed one person already. At least. And that was when I was in the army. The guy was fucking around and ran his Humvee up to my guard post, gunned the engine, and charged at night when I couldn't see who the fuck it was. I had my gun out, drawn down on the driver's side window, shouting 3 times, halt, halt, halt. On the third shout, my fingers squeezing down on the trigger. Guy skews to the side, sticks his head out the window. Did I scare you?
No.
It's like, yeah, you almost scared me to your death. And the only reason that you're not dead is because I didn't just blaze away at a car charging my position in the middle of the night.
I would have shot him.
Unfortunately, I'm only trained in a bow and arrow, so I'd actually go, back in a minute, run to the house, hang on, gonna put it together, yeah, just gotta put the limbs on, holster, just stringing it, back in a moment. Oh. Hang on, wrist guard, I need my wrist guard.
You are a failure as an archer if you do not have your bow on you at all times. I'm just saying.
I value my string, so I don't keep it strung all the time. I only string it when I'm going out to do some shooting.
No, it should be on you at all times.
This is the medieval version of the safety.
I actually have a safety on my katana that I bought. It's basically a strap that goes around the handle that literally I have to unsnap it before it can come out.
Oh yeah, the peace loop?
Yeah, did I show you that?
Well, no, it's been common at conventions that, well, I went to
I got one.
They were still allowing live steel, but they had to be peace bonded.
I got something. Basically, this designer in Japan makes these, and it's basically a tactical belt, so you don't have to actually wear traditional Japanese garb in order to carry a katana around. And it has this perfect little snap that actually goes around the hilt that basically I have to press a release for me to even be able to pull out my katana. But I don't know. It's a weird issue at this point because nobody cares about your life, and they want to complain about people running them down in the street when they're blocking the road. When people see on TV, y'all pulling motherfuckers out of cars and trying to set people on fire. I'm gunning it.
I think the scariest thing that happened, it was not reported in the news, but it certainly did happen, when a group of people in London, and they unfortunately were all black, they were shouting Black Lives Matter in a car park, beating the shit out of a 65-year-old dude. Homeless guy.
Yeah.
And they
beat a random bum up in Charlotte. You just a random bum walking down the street, like, hey, I'm a bum, I'm cool. He's white! And they beat the shit out of a bum. And it's like, yep, this is what's going to happen. You've reinforced the stereotype. You've made it 20 times fucking worse because now the cops are justified.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what I fucking said was going to happen is happening. And they're going to push it to where people are going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Police state. Fucking gun them down.
There's going to be a police state.
Oh, yeah.
Because they call the state of emergency immediately. Here when
anymore.
It's like you want to you want to keep pushing the police, you want to keep throwing bottles and throwing firecrackers and throwing rocks the size of fucking footballs. good luck. Nobody's going to have sympathy for you when they just decide to say fuck and start opening fire.
Oh yeah, I remember this one time. It wasn't Charlotte. It was the one before that. I saw on the news they had here is a girl calling for peace. There was a girl there going, no, don't bring the violence here. Please don't bring the violence here. And that was it. And CNN, I think it was CNN, were going, see this young black woman calling for peace. Unfortunately, the full interview is available through mobile phone cameras on the internet.
Yeah.
And the same girl, the same talk.
You go to the white neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's what she screamed immediately after CNN cut off.
It's like, all right.
Wow.
As soon as and I know it's fucked up that I laughed, but as soon as I heard that somebody had been shot at the protest by another black dude that didn't like the dude, I couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes. It's like how
that's stupid it's getting.
It's borderline fatal self-parody at this point. That's what it is. If it wasn't for the fact that there were people dying and all this property damage, it would be hilarious to watch. But
they're fucking up their own neighborhoods. They aren't hurting anybody but them.
Yeah, and they're making everyone hate them. It's the same reason that you'll always find people who claim to be like the modern-day feminists keep going, oh my god, I was walking down the street and this guy just started screaming and shouting at me. And any kind of footage that ever comes out...
You said hello to me! That's sexual harassment!
Yeah, it clearly shows that they started it. Every single time. And it's the same with these people. It's just like, you want the attack.
The
opposite
humongous thing. Just watching that as it goes
your
through.
hula girl is racist and oppressive
to the entire continent of Hawaii.
And to Asian people.
You're going to be on Gawker. You're going to be so on Gawker.
Gawker is dead.
Like,
the guy turned around, smiled at her, and said, Gawker is dead because of people like you.
You know the woman who's actually in the cut? Have you seen a photo of her? She's one of those people that, from the neck up, she looks pretty svelte, but so all her photos of her with the neck up, but if you see the rest of it, it just goes spherical. I wouldn't say, I know men like women with curves, but, it's plural curves. Men don't like women with a single curve.
Guys like women with curves, not women with flaps.
Yeah.
Her exercise regimen has gone pear-shaped?
Yes, for some reason I mentally pictured a banana there. I didn't know what you were talking about.
I thought it's gone all
I think that speaks to your sexual experiences a little bit more.
She's got a hunchback. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Just because a girl has a hunch doesn't mean she doesn't know how to work it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you know that, what's his name? Was Nkosi Kwambi. You heard of him? He's a guy at Oxford University. No. He's the guy at
I
Oxford
had to mentally spell it in my head before I was him.
Yeah, he was the guy that he goes to Oxford University in England, probably the highest universities you can go to, and he is complaining about a white guy statue out front, and he refuses to tip any of the waitresses, and he tells them, until you give me back my homeland.
Oh, that douchebag.
Yeah. He is now suddenly decided he's joined Black Lives Matter.
Of course.
And apparently he is now basically punched a white girl and blamed white violence.
Whew! What a year.
I hope he's raped. I really hope he ends up in prison, and I really hope he gets raped by black guys. Specifically.
You mean that scene
No.
of
Suspicion, I promise. No.
I hope they
Pick it
import
up.
the Booty Warrior specifically for
Yeah.
Alexia?
They shipped me in from overseas.
We're gonna put you into the.
I saw you on the TV.
We're putting you in Black BL. That's Black Large.
Because I knew you'd want it the hard way.
I liked you, and I want you. That's my favourite. That's one of my favourite lines. That's one of my favourite lines. And apart from, you don't get my booty! Besides that one.
You don't get my booty! My booty is mine!
I've got to be honest though, what was it, the last season, season 4? That was when I was just thinking, this show is... The first season was amazing, I liked the second one, third was good, the fourth one you could just tell they were out of ideas.
It was more of, they didn't let them go as brutally as they wanted to, because they kept getting sued and censored. And
it was BET. BET kept suing them.
Yeah. So it was the kind of thing where it just, the fourth season just felt safe. And Gluter was just like, I'm out.
Yeah, he got bored with doing it because they wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do.
Which backfired because they had the Black Dynamite fucking 2 seasons that came after that. That were way worse at times than anything the Boondocks did. And he went and did Black Jesus.
Oh, God.
Black Jesus was a tour de force.
But basically, Black Jesus was more a more intelligent version of the Boondocks. That's jokes were more subtle. Not as funny, but it's basically a live action version.
One thing I will say about the Boondocks is the thing that I thought about the first season, which I thought was just amazing. It was more of it wasn't so much character driven. It was more, best way to put it, it was more commentary driven that I liked about it.
Yeah, that was the whole point. The original comic was commentary. Whatever was the world events, he'd write about it, and so it was very reactionary to what was going on at the time because it needed to be, because that was the source of his comedy. But it's fucked up when I see like shit that's like literally like live the Boondocks episodes happening in real life.
The funny thing is about the Boondocks, they had this, what was it, they called it the N-word moment. And as someone who's been in some pretty poor parts of England, which were predominantly white, I can tell you, this is not just black people. Chavs do exactly the same stupid thing. It's like, you just think, just walk away.
No, that was the whole point of Wormsler's character.
Yeah.
In the first season, that the dregs of society all act the same.
Yep.
And so by having a rich white guy act like the craziest of niggas, you get that comparison that these people are just the exact, and it's the same thing with Uncle Ruckus.
Or the
is to draw that comparison.
The Chinese chef on South Park, same thing. Turns out that he's actually a white guy with multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, it was to draw the point that like people are horrible, and horrible people tend to act the exact same. We just divide them by race because we're idiots.
Well, it's easy to monetize.
Well, every culture has
right.
Every culture which has a hierarchy of up and down will have that group in that individual culture of just being Jesus Christ, man.
We have to get into the title of the show. Unsolicited opinions on Flaggotry.
Flaggotry. I'm pretty sure that this episode's going to be hit by the Flaggotry.
we're not well known enough. We're so under the radar that we have no viewers. But but the thing is okay. How in the fuck did they think this was a good idea?
It wasn't so much
Europe. You're a multi-billion-dollar company.
There are multiple approaches to this. One, the video that is up at the moment, I looked at and I thought, this is okay. This isn't too bad. This is not the original video that went up, though. The original video talks about moderating comments, and it talks about flagging multiple negative comments, and in the comments, negative content and negative comments. The video then was extremely unpopular. And here's the thing: they didn't take down the video. They didn't replace. They didn't take down the video, or they didn't put up an amendment. They just changed the video, same URL, same bullshit. So they know they fucked up. But the thing is, they didn't even point. Yeah, it's too late. People already think it is what it is.
Okay, here's the thing. People had a problem with false flagging and the way the YouTube system worked in terms of flagging content since you've been able to flag content on YouTube. And rather than listen to the millions of things and feedback complaining about this problem, you make it worse.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to reward people for turning other people in. And that's just going to make people pick on the minutest pieces of shit. Like, they said fuck 3 times, and we've decided the limit's only 2 times in a half-hour video, so we're going to have to flag them.
Welcome to the YouTube SS.
It's not even that now. They've changed it to something else which doesn't sound as bad, but their original pitch was fucking awful. That's my point.
It's still awful.
No,
that's the thing.
It's the same thing. They've just
used different words to describe the awfulness.
We want you to flag negative content. We mean things that are outside of our guideline.
It's not rape. It's unconsensual penetration.
Well, they have emphasized. This is what pisses me off. Their second approach to it, I thought, was okay. I will. I know I always work against the grain slightly on when it comes to YouTube, but despite their stupid goddamn bad communication and, of course, changing the video without telling anyone or addressing any of the complaints. But what the thing is that their original pitch was in 2 key areas completely different to what it is now. It now says moderate comments within the YouTube Heroes sections, and it says accurately report. I can't remember the word. It wasn't negative comment they changed it to. It was some term basically meaning
actively report violations. The thing is, it's the same. The same problem is inherent. They're incentivizing flagging because they've never been able to check this shit before. They've constantly been false flagged. Hell, I just got done with an argument because some outfit with, believe it or not, that flagged itself with the Twitter hashtag on YouTube in its complaint against me, saying, "Oh, well, you're using some of my content." Motherfucker, you don't own any part of Clerks, which is what I'm parodizing. They actually made a straight up false claim of copyright, which is a criminal act in the United States, punishable by up to $5,000 and a year in jail. And I had to write YouTube going like, I want their contact information so I can press charges. Zoop, record time, the flag is off my video. But nothing's done to these people.
But
there were people leeching basically
and the
leechers.
Same shit is going to happen with this.
Basically, leechers. What you're talking about are leechers. They're basically people who would do false flags and say that you were stealing their content, and by the time it got overturned, they would already make money from YouTube, basically sending the money to them instead from the lag, and they would do this to thousands of accounts and basically steal, and YouTube literally did nothing about it.
Yeah, and people that do false CMCAs, the only time that's going to stop is when people start doing their 12 months in jail and their $5,000 fines.
Or I would be okay if YouTube did the following thing. It's like if they did a false DMC, if someone did you a false DM, they claimed you stole my content. Instead of immediately funneling the money from that video to the other guy, maybe put it into a central pot.
That's what they're actually supposedly doing. They've announced essentially where it goes into escrow until such time as it's settled. As soon as somebody puts a claim, the money starts going into escrow, and if you don't respond to the claim within like 30 days, then they get the money, and you go back to the old system. But just going back to the flagging thing, people are earning points. it's a point of value because they can earn their way up the chain and get more power.
Yeah.
People are going to false flag shit to get points so they can get more power. You're going to have the worst of the worst incentivized to pull all this bullshit.
But wouldn't YouTube know that basically this person is just giving them lots of false flags becoming a problem?
They don't know about the existing flags. You have to challenge it because they don't have the personnel necessary to actually go through and
that's always been the problem, I think, Scott, is that they've always been fucking cheap about this shit. If they would just hire people whose job it was to actually moderate the goddamn website, they wouldn't have any of these fucking problems.
Mm-hmm.
But because they're too fucking cheap to just invest in this.
Billions of dollars into
okay, I will say this and I'll let Roy continue. I promise. This whole thing wouldn't have worked so well, wouldn't have been such a big deal to me if this advertising fretting didn't happen. Because now all of a sudden, YouTube are really all about the money, even though they make quite a bit of it. But all of a sudden, they're all about the money. And at the same time, they're not investing money into something. You know the whole thing of you agreed to basically be at work for like 9 o'clock, but you know for a fact no one really cares if you turn up at 10. That is kind of how I felt YouTube and this whole routine worked. But now they're being ultra picky about what they are allowed to be monetized for advertisers. Understandably, because the advertisers do get to pick what they spend their money on. But at the same time, is that now that they're doubling down, is they're more about the money now, they should be really spending the money to help out their creators. That's my thing.
No, you've got it exactly right.
Go on, Roy. Yeah.
Ding.
Yep.
They need to reinvest back into their products so that they can improve. You want to improve quality, actually have human beings making sure that folks aren't abusing the system
that's the
over the creators.
Right. Google just wants their money back. They bought YouTube, and they want their money back, and that's it. And they don't want to put any money into it.
You could go to creators, have someone watch their channel for a few weeks, and go, right, this person generally doesn't post shit that violates the thing. So we'll just not ban them for a single one.
Faggots.
Jan professional.
Yes.
Jan, the consummate professional. Ethics Flaggotry.
Flaggotry.
How you doing, buddies?
We're talking about Flaggotry at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in on you guys. Make sure that you don't burn the fucking studio down while I'm away.
We're just gonna get the MCA while you're gone.
Considering the studio is your
I'm gonna put
place.
gay porn on at the end, so the channel gets banned. You know, I'm just following Saigon's footsteps.
I don't want to burden your neighborhood with smelling the vile stench of your burning semen from all the mannequins you defiled in your basement.
Yeah.
Even I'm not that horrible.
No, that's.
Don't worry.
That's good.
We've kept the tradition going. This week we didn't even bother trying to introduce ourselves. We just started talking.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was no introduction this week.
I'm Roy Kelbeck. Hi.
Yeah, I just wanted.
For those just joining us,
Yeah,
it's good.
No, I just wanted to check in on you guys and do the Elsto thing because
You tried to still have those bits.
but you failed.
Yeah, because I didn't disconnect after I was done.
Yeah, you stayed. You ruined it.
Yeah. Well, you guys enjoy yourselves. I'm going to take. I'm going to continue my break. Monday.
Monday. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's some Overwatch changes I want to discuss with you.
Yeah. No worries. Okay. Well, enjoy yourselves and post gay porn to every alt-right account you can find. And interracial gay porn.
Yeah, it has to be interracial.
All right.
Yes,
Isn't basically
do it now.
Isn't the League of Evil basically interracial gay porn all day, all night?
Okay, why do you think we got Artivous here?
I know. And we've got a unicorn. We've got an evil genius.
Everybody's got a Mandingo fantasy.
Okay,
man.
You guys enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna go and spend some time with my family.
You go and do that. You just go and do that.
Every white girl has black cock on her bucket list.
Thanks.
Yeah. And every black guy has white girls on their bucket list, so that's...
It is true.
You know.
Every white girl has Asian. Every white dude has Asian girl, so yeah, it all goes
Oh,
around.
yeah. Okay, you guys enjoy yourselves. I'm off.
See ya.
Yep.
His family is...
What the fuck were we talking about before?
His family is actually a code for his collection.
Anyway, you were saying, Scott?
I was just saying, if you've ever seen that documentary about real dolls, yeah.
I don't think he can afford real dolls. That's why he has the mannequins.
No,
I'm just saying it's mannequins instead of real dolls.
And most of them are stolen, I think.
I can put him in touch with a cheap Chinese developer for something.
No, I got him the Polish ones.
You don't want his penis to turn green.
I got him the Polish transparent ones.
What do you mean I don't want that to happen? I mean, if we could film the act of actually changing tinges, we might be able to get a medical grant. Yeah, Dr. Evil really needs...
I don't know whether to be horrified or impressed.
Yeah, what we were talking about how YouTube, if it's going to start being money hungry, it better start being a bit more invested back into itself.
Yeah.
If you're going to go corporate whore, at least better your product.
That's what I was saying. They could have someone watch a channel for a week or two, see that they're generally not breaking the rules, and unless they get a whole bunch of reports, single reports just don't mean anything. And if they get a whole bunch, then they check out the particular video that's been flagged a whole bunch of times, and if you're getting a lot of people flagging videos that aren't breaking any rules a lot of the time, you put them in a black hole where when they flag a video, it goes to nowhere because they're unreliable.
You can literally have interns do that job.
Yeah, I would do it something a little bit different because they've recently gone with the advertisers being picky over what they're advertising over. And unlike some people, I do understand. Like I know Mr. Epsilon bitched about this, but dude, the videos that got demonetized talked about suicide and rape. I can understand why a advertiser would not be wanted to associated with that. So what I would do is I would take these people who want to be YouTube heroes, you're not paying them anyway, you're just giving them fucking points, and get them to watch a video, and because they'll have a YouTube account, you can see them doing this to see if they've done it or not, to actually watch the videos. Or at least have them running with the volume up all the way through without skipping. And see if they're valid for advertise under a certain list of rules, and see if they are advertiser friendly, so they can be monetized without the automated shit. That would be a good use of their time, I think.
But that would take work.
Yeah, it would do. But you'd reward them. But you'd reward them. No, you'd reward them with a cape.
Jen was here for like a split second. And that applying logic to a logical idiot thing has rubbed off on you already.
I know, but I'm just saying. If I was going to do this...
Jan is here in spirit.
I was just saying, if I was going to do that, I would actually streamline it and make it less vague. And they're offering... Did you see the launch party for this thing? They're dorks in goddamn capes. It looks ridiculous.
It's something... Okay. It's the most vanilla. Just leave it to Beaver. Naive. I'm just starting to think that the people that have running YouTube just have no concept on the internet as a whole and just how horrible people can be. It's like your grandmother truly being convinced that your flower pot isn't a bong. That's what it reminds me of.
I think their biggest problem is that they kind of assume that the people who are going to spend a lot of time on this are going to be good-hearted, good-natured people that, just look at it. No, they're going to be psychos that go on like Rational Wiki and Crash Override Network, and Randy Harper, who does absolutely nothing else but sit on Twitter all day.
An army of Ryulongs.
Yeah, basically. Twitter's even got he even got banned from Wikipedia, and I think he's even gotten rid of on a Rational Wiki. Rational Wiki, the most batshit social justice-y god.
He got shut down on Japanese Wiki. That shit was hilarious. Did you read that?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
He was telling Japanese people how to use their language properly, and they were like, whoa, hold up. Okay, bitch.
He lives in Japan. He lives in Japan, doesn't he?
Okay, remember, this is the same guy.
Moral facts.
This is the same guy who initially got into a shit fit on Wikipedia way back when he insisted on using the wrong Romanized names for anime characters.
Oh, God.
It's like, no, I'm going to edit this article because that character needs to be named this because that was a mistake. That's been corrected. It's like, no, this is what we went with initially. That's what it's going to be.
It's like
the word weeaboo.
It's like he goes from wiki site to wiki site to just like literally that's all he does is just like
when he gets a correction, he's allowed to come.
I don't want that imagery.
Read along.
Nah.
I think he's one of these personalities that, when you first come across him, he seems really keen, really eager, so you think, yeah, we'll sort of like speed this guy's promotion up a bit. Then after all, you realise, oh God, this is actually a personality problem, not a personality trait. Oh God,
yes.
Oh God, he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those guys. Everyone who's been in an MMO guild or something knows these people. They come off as really cool, but then the obsessive, psychotic nature of them comes along, and you realise just how completely willing they are to just toss other people under the bus.
He's the Dwight Schrute of The Office, basically.
I never saw that film.
No, you've never seen the show The Office?
I saw the British version for one episode, didn't like it, never went back.
Okay. There's a character on the American version of The Office called Dwight Schrute. And basically, he can't be wrong in his eyes, no matter how wrong he is, because he's that narcissistic. And he's just weird and naive, but completely and totally convinced he knows what he's talking about in every situation. And so basically everybody in his workplace just trolls the hell out of him.
Oh, God, yeah. I think I know the person, yeah.
Because he's so easy to just upset.
I believe you have taken my stapler.
Oh, God, yeah.
And put it in Jell-O. One of the first bits in the show is that he returns all of his office supplies in Jell-O.
Oh.
But it's that kind of thing where it's the person who just takes everything so seriously that they can't enjoy anything because it's literally their life.
And
it's like it's super autism.
Fox in the chat is saying Red Stapler. The Red Stapler.
Yes, it was the Red Stapler.
Yeah, I think I vaguely saw a clip of that, actually.
But, yes. He's that kind of personality where it's just you're not getting
OCD, but mixed in with the worst kind of it. The kind of...
Yeah, you're not getting any reward for being this anal about absolutely everything.
Yeah.
You're just getting off on a temporary power trip.
Well, some people, it's just all about being right. They just want to be right. And even if they're wrong, they just want... They just... Even if they're wrong, they will make up reality to be right.
No. It's because they have so little control over their own fucking lives, they've got to control someone else's in any way possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Because they got nothing.
Because if you look at the times, like, he's literally on these sites 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Something is fucked up in the personal life.
I'll fully admit, I am a complete Twitter addict. I'll have it on my phone when I'm doing stuff. I'll have it running in the background. I'll always be keeping half an eye on it because I'm fairly addicted.
But there's at least an 8-hour gap where you slept.
If I'm on a date, I put it away. If I'm doing something that I need to keep doing, I put it away. If I'm watching a film, I put it away. I am not one of these people that just...
I have a simple rule. I don't have it on my phone. It's on the PC at home, and that's it.
I'll be completely honest with some, because I do a lot of theatre stuff. If I didn't have Twitter, because I'm a technical person, I have so much downtime sometimes.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Just something, and I can't be sitting there having a chat with all my friends are in the cast, so I can't sit there and have a chat with them because they're doing things. But which is
literally I have it on my phone and I use it for my phone and whatnot, but I'm usually doing something else. Like, if I'm at work, I'm not on unless I'm on break or something's super hilarious and I have to shoot. It's something to do for fun or to spread information and whatnot. Like if I'm waiting for matches, when I'm playing a game or something, or I'm watching TV and it's something to just keep my hands busy.
Yep.
But it's not
I'm
my
not
life.
saying a damn thing right there.
You should have. I left that door wide open.
It's like a barrel.
As you know what? As a furry, you should be entirely ashamed that you didn't go for the dirty joke there. I'm just saying, you've let me down as the resident.
Dude, that was set up like a giant. It was set up like a giant Rube Goldberg.
All you had to do was just tap it in. Just tap it in.
It's too easy.
Just like your mom.
Yes. Fucking necrophiliac. I wondered who that was.
Hey, formaldehyde lubes it up well. What can I say?
She was pretty round when she went into the ground. I see her into the fat chicks too.
Oh God.
Unleash.
So anyway,
have we got any other chat? Anything else to talk about?
Yeah, we have other topics. For the love of God, we have other topics.
All right. I would also like to point out. I've actually pointed out from our opening topic. I will say I have found someone in the social justice camp who has come out in support of Palmer Lucky.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is it the person I'm thinking it is?
Say again, sorry?
Is it the person I'm thinking it is?
Is it literally the person you're thinking it is?
Literally.
Will you just say the damn name, you freaking faggots?
Okay. The person who has defended Palmer Lucky is Brianna Wu.
So I guess her Patreon must be a bit low right now.
Yeah. I think you know what happened. That GG article came out, and it didn't mention anybody in the con association doxing group, and she was the one that got all the credit and got all the sympathy, and So she's trying to go to the other side. Because
She
there's
actually
no way they didn't go after her after that article.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
no way.
I just checked, and she is down to about a third of where she was at her peak.
Mm-hmm. She actually said
way.
nobody deserves to be blacklisted from game development because of their opinion.
Yeah, she turned it around.
Oh, man.
I don't know whether I admire Brianna Wood because of that complete balls-out ghoulishness, or if I should think that they should just be murdered.
She's just so much of a train wreck that you can't...
Stop looking.
Yeah. Like, I say, you guys, like, I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to bring her up. She needs the attention. But it's so hard to ignore someone so fucked up.
Yeah, and here's a funny thing. Wu is completely unemployable.
She's like a trans honey boo boo.
Oh my god, you're right. Holy shit. Yes. You've nailed it. That is what she is.
Trans honey boo boo.
Oh my god, yes. That is a perfect analogy. It's just like you've just... It's like you're basically had this like moment of the light shining on this brilliant piece of crystal and it projected on the wall. The perfect analogy for what she is. Oh my god.
Okay. And the thing about it is she's doing it to try and get sympathy and whatnot, and maybe try and get favor from Oculus, but that's a whole shitstorm. And before I do anything or start emailing anybody, I want to see what happens in the fallout. Yeah. For all we know, Univision has probably maybe even already dealt with this shit behind the scenes. Or Facebook was like, oh no, fuck y'all fucking with my money, and done something already. So we don't know until like we know if anything's been done or whatnot. I'm not gonna jump the gun. Oh, it's all over. It's gone. The fuck down.
That has always been my thing. It's always been. It's best to wait and see with any kind of developing thing before you leap to an overall conclusion.
With Operation Disrespectful Nod, we knew right away instantly that not a goddamn thing was going to be done. But things have changed, and it might be really, really funny to just sit back and watch the fireworks this time. And with that, let's talk about Hillary Clinton going absolutely nuts for 2 minutes. In pure rage and anger. She can barely hold it in. Why am I behind 50 points? Like, why am I ahead 50 points?
I need you to do something, you stupid cunts. Go out there. I'm sitting here expecting to win. I am the desired.
Can you imagine working for this bitch?
I know.
I feel so sorry for her staff. She probably has to talk like that to them all the time.
Why don't I have lunch yet?
I can believe that, like, because there were reports that she was severely abusive to staff.
Yeah,
I can believe every word of it now. Every word of it. And it's so funny to watch things unravel as the media becomes more and more desperate.
Because their bullshit doesn't work
nothing's
anymore.
Working.
Everyone's... They fumbled through the smoke and bumped into a few mirrors and they realized, hold on, everything around me is bullshit.
Like the Rachel Maddow thing was just like, she's trying to convince herself, this can't be happening. He can't be elected. Somebody do something. It's like, no, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. You literally pushed the only candidate that could lose the fucking Donald Trump. You did that.
You could have had Bernie Sanders.
Bernie would have fucking crushed Donald.
Yep.
Here's the thing that people forget. These people wanted Trump because they thought Hillary would destroy him.
Yeah, they thought he was going to be the easy win.
him up there to boost him at every silly, stupid thing he ever said. It's like, hey, check this out. Give him all the free publicity. Get him in there. Oh, yes, he won. Oh, we've got this in the bag. Wait, Hillary. Wait, Hillary? What are you doing?
Like, Trump is a douchebag. Yes, granted.
Nazi frogs, Nazi frogs. I am against the Nazi frogs. Hillary, why are you at 50 points? Because you're a crazy bitch.
I'm sorry, here's the difference. When Trump says something incredibly crazy, he's calm, he's concise, he says China, he does all this stuff.
He's like a drunk uncle.
He seems fairly calm. When Hillary does it, she just comes off as just close to a meltdown.
Because she always looks like she's close to exploding. Like, that. She's on... You know how you hear resting bitch face? She's resting crazy eyes, dude. Like, she always looks like she's about to...
A constant bitch face.
Oh, yeah.
It's like she's about to reenact Misery, the movie Misery, like, at any moment. Like, at all times.
Not the movie. She's just got that ankle-breaking scene on loop.
Yeah, I can believe that she beats the hell out of Bill Clinton. Like, I can believe that shit now.
It's no wonder he had to get his dick sucked in the Oval Office.
No wonder his taste was so abhorrent.
We have to remember he's always dicking bimbos these days.
Well, he's on retirement. It's like, listen, I got to you. You used me. I got to you to this point. You don't need me anymore. I'm gonna fuck these hoes, and you go try being president again and losing again because you suck.
No, she doesn't suck. That's the problem.
Just not Bill.
I think that's how she got him in the first place, and then when she got him, she stopped.
I seriously don't give a fuck about Bill Clinton's sex life. The only thing that I ever cared about was that the guy let it get in the way of his goddamn job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought it to the workplace. It's like, no,
almost every president has had sex scandals and fooled around, and that's a power and a money thing more than anything with people, and it's not even a guy thing. Because women do it too.
Motel, for fuck's sake. Wait till after hours, not while you're supposedly... Okay, to me, the penultimate problem with Bill Clinton was when he had Yasser Arafat waiting in the Rose Garden for half an hour while he got a BJ. That came out in the actual investigation. And about a couple months after that information came out, you had the second intifada set off by Yasser Arafat. I can't imagine why a religious nut who has very interesting ideas about how women should have sexual relations with men would suddenly start inciting all kinds of violence in the Middle East after having been brushed off to get a BJ.
You say that, but if you were offered a blowjob in the Oval Office, would you turn it down?
If I've got Yasser Arafat waiting in the fucking in the garden, it's like, no, look, we can do this.
No, he's not the one giving it.
After 5, it's like, after 5, we go off and do
our
our
thing.
thing.
Monica Lewinsky? Yeah, I can probably
country.
keep it in my pants till after 5.
Yeah, there you go.
My point is, if I was president of the United States, at least my orders for my first day in office be 1, greet the press, 2, congratulate everyone, 3, take seat, 4, have a button installed on my desk which has the words blower and job on it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am going to demand.
The BJB.
I'm going to use.
The other part would be turn into Comanche.
Yeah. Basically, if I don't either have Scarlett Johansson or someone who looks suspiciously similar to her on my beck and call, just waiting for that red light and the buzzer to go off, the job is not worth it, guys.
Yeah, but you just have your elbow on that all day, wouldn't you?
Oh, man.
Don't you mean your feet up on it?
President McGee has accomplished nothing in his first year of office.
Elbow.
Hey, but once the inquiry starts and I tell them why, every guy in the room is going to go, yeah, and let me go.
Yeah. But now it's become this thing where, like Bill's a horrible human being, but in comparison to his wife, he looks like a fucking saint now.
Seriously.
That was the plan all along. You don't think I'm horrible. Wait till I release my wife.
Don't think I'm shit.
I seriously would rather. I would probably be voting for Bill at this point.
Unleash the curriculum of politics.
When that whole Monica Lewinsky thing was going down, you could tell Bill in the back of his mind was like, "You guys have no idea the kind of bullshit I have to deal with on a daily basis from this bitch." If y'all only knew, you'd be like, "You know what? Just do your thing." Well, we understand. Now we do. Nick them bimbos.
Actually, I'm now rethinking this. My options are Scarlett Johansson. I'll go for an Avril Lavigne. I'll take her. Who else? If I was running now, Ivanka Trump.
You have a switchboard going at this point.
I know. I'm just saying.
And Bill didn't.
Can you imagine?
I'm just saying. Bill's choices were inferior.
Okay, we need to set up a presidential service called Hose on Call or something.
That's if I were ever. That's the thing. If you're going to be in office like that, just be single. Because then nobody can say shit to you.
No, to me, I don't give a fuck that he's doing affairs. I really don't care. I care that he's doing it on business hours. Okay?
Because that's the thing.
To me, it's exactly the same thing as if he were playing, like,
Minecraft
in the middle
If he were single, Yasser Arafat would have understood.
No, because he's Yasser. Yasser Arafat is now dead, but he was a religious nut, like most of the people who are out there. They don't understand unless it's them doing it. Otherwise, it's just another excuse for, hey, I
refuse to believe that another man can understand another man getting a blowjob.
Well, religion, dude.
Wait, weren't you the only religious person among the sea of atheists and skeptics here? And he's the one saying religion doesn't make sense. Blowjobs are amazing. This is great.
All right, guys, I've worked it out. I'm gonna have 2 buttons. Each buttons will bring a selection into the room, right? One button will have your Scarlett Johansson's, your Avril Lavigne,
Jesus Christ, you thought way too deeply about this.
You're gonna have this right next to the one that says Nuke Russia, aren't you?
He's just gonna have a line that goes out the front fucking door of the White House.
I found a problem with your whole thing.
Whoa.
I haven't planned on how you can get there first.
Let me talk about these options, okay? I'm going to have 2 buttons. One that just says...
No, we'll change the subject.
And the other button...
Do not allow any more smoke to come out of this man's ass.
I know, but my other one will be my political victory button.
Right.
Which will basically be the Ivanka Trump and... what's her name? Thingamabob Clinton.
I
Chelsea
think we're
Clinton.
going to have to mute Plippy.
No, I'm just... Okay, fine, I'll stop.
I'm stopping you before you run this joke into the ground any further.
I'm not. This is not a joke.
He has such a fascination with buttons. We shouldn't let him anywhere near the nuclear codes.
And the election is over.
No, this is like you were talking about earlier with the having someone trying to invade your house, how you would punish them. This is me saying how I would establish political victory. I would have these button selections just to spite people.
That would be your entire... Really? That's the platform you're going to run on? Blowjob buttons?
At this point, by the time you're done, you're going to have a steam organ from Phantom of the Opera made of buttons.
Mm-hmm. That's your point.
Just saying.
I'm just saying, I will inspire young men.
It couldn't be any worse than when Kennedy was in office. Yeah. So let's just move
at
on.
least Kennedy kept it after business hours.
I'm just saying, after me, I would inspire young men to run for the presidency.
No, you
after me, with the buttons.
Because no one could go into that room without thinking about the stains. It's over. You would ruin the office. Moving on. To what we were actually talking about. Like, the floundering of the... Like, okay, Josh Whedon made this vid. Alright.
Oh,
And
God,
I don't know if you guys have seen this vid. Where he basically got a bunch of actors together to basically push a vote for Hillary without, like, coming out and saying it, and Don Cheadle started to freak out, which is hilarious, and it's like, I'm sitting there the entire time thinking, you know what? Team Cap. Because this is clearly just last-ditch, just throwing everything. It's good. It's Brexit. It's Brexit.
Mm-hmm.
Even they know they're going to lose. And they're starting to freak out.
I actually, I read it in a slightly different way because I saw it as Joss Whedon returned to Twitter to promote this, his new super PAC. Which was, it's not pro-Clinton, it's just really anti-Trump. No, it's not anti-Trump, it's anti-that racist guy.
That's why she's losing. Everybody who's trying to get people to vote for Hillary have absolutely nothing nice to say about the woman. It's all Trump is horrible. All of
that's
it.
all they have. And
none of them have
that politics. People are sick of that political smear campaign shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even the people who are pushing her hardcore have nothing nice to say about her.
If you elect Trump, the Republicans could have Congress and the White House. Yeah, and they'll be too busy infighting with Trump because they hate his guts.
Yeah, they want revenge.
Yeah. Oh, boy, do they. You remember what happened to the Tea Party? The Tea Party got gelded and dragged back into line by the party hierarchy. They did not like the fact that all these insurgents won. And now
they can't do that.
Got a guy who's... No, they can't. They don't control his funding. He's just like, fuck you. You either work with me or not.
The problem is Trump has that fuck you money.
That's why Bernie versus Trump would have been an amazing matchup, because
Trump had the fuck you money and Bernie didn't care for money.
Yeah.
For different reasons, they were you can take your political system's funding and shove it.
Yeah, they were the protest votes. And what's fucking hilarious is they really thought that people were just going to fall in line with Hillary after they fucked over Bernie the way they did. Now that we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they were stealing votes, and she was blackmailing people, and she basically has a blackmail network that runs through the entire DNC of who's going to vote for what and what they're doing and keeping tabs on everybody, which is why she can control people the way she does. We know that exists. That's not some conspiracy theory. A damn guy who ran for fucking Congress came forward with all the proof in the fucking world. Which there was more stuff in WikiLeaks to back that up as well. And it's clear that she stole the vote. She screwed him. She stole the election. She committed fraud. The FBI is fucking handing out immunities like they're fucking Skittles.
What, 5 now?
Yeah, they're up to 5 now. To protect her staff. We have proof that the dude on Reddit, like one of her staffers went on Reddit to ask people how to delete confidential emails. Which is that's a fucking, like, that's literally something I think I would see like on South Park or on, it's a freaking skit on a comedy TV show. Like that was like when I thought that can't be real. They can't be that inept. They can't be, yeah, they can. This dude posted what was essentially enough information to get into Hillary's everything on fucking Reddit. So you would have said the Russians hacked her? Literally anybody could have hacked her. This dude handed people the keys.
She's tweeting back and forth to her Secretary of State account on her BlackBerry in Russia. The first thing that came to my mind as soon as I heard that was, where do you think the first server is that's going to go to? Where is that located?
The Kremlin.
No, it's the nearest Russian server.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but where did he say it?
It reminds me when
oh my God.
I remember when G8 met, and it was Russia was basically in charge of hosting, and they gave out, and I kid you not, I shit you not, I joke you not, they give free USB drives to all the delegates.
Oh.
In the trash it goes.
At least a third of them actually plugged them in and tried to and used them.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm talking about.
This is worse than the days when you would have like CIA handlers for politicians who were giving them briefcases that opened on 1, 2, 3 because they couldn't remember what the fuck the briefcase code was otherwise.
It's just as bad as that. The comparison
or when the Air Force came up with a secondary code system for the nuclear football where the code was 00000.
What is the 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3?
It's a joke.
It's the same combination you would have on their
people are seeing this shit, and she's a joke. It used to be that the late night shows only made fun of Trump, but now they make fun of Hillary,
and she's not having it. She's not happy.
No.
Yeah, it's like you're just as big a joke as he is. You're just as big of just a mess. The difference between you and Trump is Trump's an asshole and he's a douche and he's completely incompetent. But you're literally the most evil politician the majority of people have ever seen. Like, you're a human embodiment of everything wrong with politics that faints. It's like you.
Here's the thing: even Trump humor about himself.
Yeah, he'll self-deprecate.
Mm-hmm. When Hillary fell over, her first thing to do was come out and said she had a bout of pneumonia. Then suddenly, this multi-ethnic photogenic child suddenly escaped through security, skip up to her, and suddenly just want a photograph, and she took a photograph and walked off waving, and it was like...
It was
Turned out it was the child actor, yeah.
Yeah, the child actor that did the same thing with the Pope.
For the Pope, yeah, I saw that, yeah. And I believe that one too. I'm not really prone to these conspiracy things, but that kid, yeah, that looks freakishly similar.
I wouldn't have given it any thought, except you're right, the whole thing appeared staged, so it just fits.
Yeah, I'm sure it was like an emergency thing that they had planned out.
No, and that was the thing. We weren't even sure if that was her because she has that. Everybody knows that she has a body double that she's used for years.
We're not going to talk about the holograms now, are we? Because
the hologram thing is that was funny. But we're going to go into that. But that whole thing where she has a body double, that looks exactly like her, except for like some poignant differences that people pointed out. It's like, that's probably her body double that went out and did the kid thing, because she was probably still in the hospital upstairs in bed, because no doctor is going to release you out for anything like that quickly.
They were definitely better capable of acting happy. It was like, hey, this looks like a genuinely warm moment. That's a great actor there.
Yeah, it's like that's body double, because Hillary Clinton is not that warm and kind and nice.
It was Margot Robin-Dale. Let's just point it out to everyone.
Yeah, but
no BoJack fans are here. I tell no BoJack.
It bleeds into one of the weirdest, unnecessary digital edits I've ever seen in my life. Holory, as I'm calling it, the Holory incident, because she apparently was a hologram.
Where?
No, where basically, all right, she does this. Hillary goes out and she gives this speech, and it's the first time she's seen in public, really, since the whole quote unquote fainting. More like my Parkinson's is acting up, and normally, like now, and I've gone over everything. Basically, nobody showed up to this damn thing. It looks like it was maybe 50 people, but they rented out this whole place. Which is why you see pictures of the people up at the top terrace or whatever looking back with their cameras, and there's nobody fucking there. But they wanted to make it look like more people were there than they actually were. So instead of just using the camera tricks that they normally use, they tried to digitally add in more people later.
I didn't see that. I'm not aware of that one at all.
That's what it looks like.
There was one where there was one that was on InfoWars, to which that guy who basically was a complete twat and didn't realise the camera was a digital camera and was zoomed in. So that's why the aspect ratio looked completely off.
No. The thing about that bit, all right. First of all, she and the podium phase out. I don't know why they cut her out of the original footage and put her over new background footage. That was completely unnecessary. There was no reason as a digital artist.
And they had to reshoot it.
I guess, but it's clear that they put another crowd. Because I went through and I looked through the crowd and I was like, okay, this is her walking through this crowd, and none of these people show up in the later footage. And it's so unnecessarily edited together to make it look like if you had just had the damn presser and finished, nobody would have gave a shit. But the fact that you just...
And it was done so amateurishly.
Yeah.
At least slap this together damn near in Windows Movie Maker or some shit.
Considering they're asking Reddit to delete sensitive information, I wouldn't put it past them actually using that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It reminds
me of
you
see pictures of the bathroom server room, the broom closet.
The shit that's been going on. The shit that's been going on this last year or so. Just if you had done this in the 70s as a glimpse into the politics of America of the future, nobody would have bought it. Everybody would have said, "That's fucking crazy." Nobody ever acts like that. Nobody does that shit. That's stupid. That's obvious.
Like every political satire movie, like comedy, in one actual election.
Yep. It's like a Mel Brooks movie at this point.
Yeah.
All we need is the cut to the audience standing aghast.
Pretty much.
Everybody just looking on Slack, John. What?
That's probably going to be the debates.
We need to get Rick Moranis doing his Dark Helmet impersonation, and he'll be the moderator.
Oh,
when is this shit happening, and can I see it live on the internet?
As I said before, the only way this election is going to get any more ridiculous is if Hillary and Trump have a rap battle at the first debate.
You know what? I'm going to say to you this, Artivous. I'm going to tell you this one. You know what? If that happened, I would not be goddamn surprised at this point.
I could actually almost see it.
I could see it happening. The fact
as Hillary tries to look hip, she needs the hipster vote or some shit, so she tries to toss off some style.
She's waving her bottle of hot sauce.
When she said, "May the force be with you," I nearly punched my goddamn monitor.
She's going to come out singing the theme to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Because I was like, the reason I love American politics more than British politics, because American politics is so ridiculously stupid in comparison. It's so disconnected from the people compared to the British politics. The British politicians actually you kind of see something you like in pretty much everyone to some degree, at least a little bit. At the very least, you're from the same area. But American politics is kind of like this bizarre group of aliens that have come down to Earth and go, you like the Star Wars? I also like the Star Wars. Lady Gaga likes Star Wars. I have hot sauce. Panda, panda, panda. Am I relating to you, human? Human? Am I relating to you? I am good person. Are you?
Kodos.
This is, believe it or not, this is the entire reason that I'm supporting Trump. I don't like the guy. I think I've said many times, I don't like him. I don't trust him, etc., etc. But it just boils down to.
Right. I think
for you, it's entertainment at this point. Isn't it, Scott?
It's not that. No, it's not entertainment.
Most people don't like Trump.
Let Scott finish.
He just thinks it's funny.
I interrupted him, but no, it is funny. That is a side effect. But the main reason is both parties need a hardcore reality check, because before Trump, it was like this. You had these people from their elitist walks of society, whether it be like Jeb Bush or the rest of his family.
The front row kids.
The front row kids, the Clintonistas and a lot of them, fucking Mitt Romney. The closest people we had to real folks were like McCain, and I have to say it, Obama at least was a relative newcomer at first. Mm-hmm. I was looking forward to better from Obama, but all that aside,
he sold us out.
The main blocks of both of these parties are locked into this stupid battle where it's almost it's like 90% about fundraising, 10% about image. Trump comes along and is in the process of upsetting both of their apple carts. They need this reality check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly how I see it.
Yep.
And granted, a lot of entertainment along the way, but...
The ironic thing is he's absolutely horrible, but he'll still probably be better than the majority of the office.
Well, I've said this for a while. Most political systems have gotten to the point where a retarded monkey can do a better job.
A retarded, masturbatory, shit-flinging...
Harambe's retarded cousin do a better job.
Like, literally anybody can do better than the average American politician in their job, because the system is so broken and so heavily reliant on funding from corporate backers. Literally anybody who is just willing to say, no, I'm not going to do what the corporations want for once.
Well, see, someone tried that once, and ever since then they've got this video shot from the grassy knoll that no one's ever seen before, and they bring the president in when they're elected, and the screen comes down, and the dude is sitting at the back with a big cigar and a big belly over the belt, and he's roll the tape, and they roll this tape, and then the president gets up after finished watching the film, and he goes, "So, what can I do for you, sir?"
You've been watching Penn and Teller.
No, I've been watching Bill Hicks.
Oh.
Did you see that there was the guy who does the ventriloquist thing, Jeff Dunham? You know, where he's got like Aquaman the terrorist, right? Aquaman the dead terrorist, and he has the old guy on his arm. His old guy Muppet is on. So who are you voting for? I'm voting for Trump. And a woman's hand holding a gun comes in from off stage, pointing at it. It's like, Hillary. And it retracts with the gun.
Did you see this video? This woman uploaded. She basically was saying she was uploaded this video herself. She said, "Oh my God, the police coming after me. All I did was I just gave my finger to this guy who says Hillary for president. Oh my God, he's just chasing me and he's following me down." Basically, she gave the finger to this guy who was a pro-Trump supporter. He was in his front yard. She stopped, gave him the finger on the way to picking her kids up from school, and this guy got in his car and followed her and took pictures of her license plate and called the police on her. And she's going, I'm just a little woman. I don't really care. Fuck him. Fuck those cunts. I'll just give my I'll just give my freedom of speech and giving him the finger because he's supporting a racist, bigoted shit. This malarkey. And then the policeman comes up to her and just goes, Miss, you are completely and totally insulting him out of the blue. You are instigating. You are actually being a public nuisance. Could you not do that? She's going... And she does this amazing the feminist flip, I call it. Women are powerful, better than men, super strong, but when it becomes against their favour, I'm just a woman, what are you so scared of me for? And then she said, I'm just a woman, I'm so weak. She said, I'm 5'6", I'm 110 pounds. Oh my God, how can you stop me? And she holds up this sign that says, only women can stop Trump, and shows it towards the camera and the policeman. And the policeman's there just going, well, you let me just do my job. I'm telling you, drive away, and it's not a problem. But the thing is, what you were doing was illegal, so please don't do it again.
They don't realize that that's what people are voting against now. Yeah. It's the same thing with Brexit, where you have a group of people that, because of 8 years of Barack Obama, have become complacent and completely convinced that they are on the quote-unquote right side of history. And so they never feel they have to check their horrible behavior. It's the whole horseshoe thing. You mean they need
to check their privilege?
The SJW types and the alt left, as I'm going to start calling them, are exactly the same as the alt right.
We're the alt left. We post memes of sinks.
I am not left. I have no labels, for I am the darkness. But the thing is you're evil and I'm the darkness. That's kind of our thing.
I want to claim alt left for sinks.
Hell, I'm back. Got a one-way ticket to hell, I'm back. The darkness.
No. But you have this situation where their behavior has become so ridiculous and so repugnant that people aren't really voting for Trump or against Hillary. They're voting against that behavior of people that have just become so just retarded.
What they're voting for is, you want this? Well, you've been so retarded for so long, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't get your way for a change.
I've watched these conversations on Facebook where these people that are like these people were 8 years ago were rational and thinking logically and making intelligent decisions, and they're sitting here on Facebook talking about another group of people, their country people, like they're dogs, like they're lower than dirt, like they don't deserve to be like the most elitist, self-absorbed bullshit on the planet. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, can you even stop and objectively listen to yourselves about how you're talking about people, about how you're dehumanizing people, and you expect them to listen to you and move to your line of thinking where it's you think the way I do, or there's something wrong with you, like you're to be treated like monsters.
You must be destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, you pussies, you fucking hypocrites. These are the same people 20 years ago who were bitching in mass about how the religious right was acting towards everybody, and you're just a mere image of them, and you don't see it. You don't see it, and you haven't seen it for years, and it's why you're going to lose.
Just like they lost.
Yeah.
The religious right lost the culture war because they pissed everybody off.
Hubris. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You think you can't be touched, and then Bill Clinton walks into the room.
Oh. Here's my thing. I will say this. I have some friends. Obviously, I'm a theatre person, and obviously, as a result, a lot of my friends are left wing. I think theatre should be a self-sustaining business, and they think it should be given money so they can create their art. Basically, let's put it this way. And I said to them, we having a conversation, and I said, the dumbest thing that anyone can, Labour Party, which would be the leftists, can do is claim that anyone who's conservative or right wing is automatically stupid. Yeah. And do you know what the immediate response from my director, the person in charge of me, said to me? Yes. Well, they're right.
What?
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. How are you ever going
to
to sway somebody to see your opinion and your side of things if it begins with an insult?
Well, that's the thing. They don't. They don't. Somebody pointed it out last night to me on Twitter, actually. Somebody was like, conservatives are about 40% of the electorate in the United States. Somebody else jumps in saying, that means 60% are liberal and you're outnumbered. That means we get our way. And I had to point out, no. 40% are conservative, 40% are liberal, and 20% are centrist who ate both of your asses for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a balance, but you have this mental thought process going on in a lot of liberal circles where they're like, we're in power. We need to leverage our power to destroy the enemy. And they're just ramping it up.
And it was the same way with the right when they were charged.
Yeah,
exactly. You're being the very same thing that you rally against when you voted for Barack Obama in the first place was to rally against what Bush had turned the Republicans in and everything. But that's the thing. These parties aren't different. They haven't been different for a very long time. And
in practical terms, it's just rhetoric.
Yeah, it's all just rhetoric. The only difference is sometimes your team wins and sometimes your team loses. It has as much difference as who wins the Super Bowl in terms of what policies go through. Yeah, you might as well flip a coin. The only difference about this election is both sides are freaking the fuck out.
Because they're trying to flip that same coin and someone's going, oh, look, a penny.
The coin landed on its side, and they can't figure out how the fuck that happened. What the fuck is going on?
And they keep trying to flip it, and it keeps landing on its side.
Just do it again. I was actually in a room with a bunch of fairly intelligent, articulate people. And through talking to them, and they were like they kept saying, "Oh, politics, Labour, Conservative, ooh, Lib Dems," and it occurred to me, they never actually listened to a goddamn word anyone said. They had their side, and that was it. And as I was saying, they were saying, "Oh, at least, I mean, as I said, my person who is my boss does not like Muslim immigration or hardcore Muslims." She's like me. We're okay with the anglicised people who've lived here and integrated. That's cool. But she goes, hey, at least London stayed Labour. And I went, Sadiq Khan. The guy who said he's the current mayor of London. And he said that moderate Muslims are Uncle Toms. He has since apologised for that. Yeah, that's the guy that's been touring the US recently. He's the guy that said terrorism is a part of big city life. And I thought, what country do you think you're in?
Oh, that douchebag. The guy who's trying to normalize it, so...
Yeah.
He's also the one that banned the Are You Beach Body Ready ads from the subway.
It was him, yes. That was him. Under the guise of feminism. Amusingly enough.
Well, that's how he's going to get the feminists off his case so he can continue to push his bullshit that he wants to push.
I know, it's just kind of... It's just
Sharia law, one bit at a time.
That does actually feel... That is what I kind of feel like
That's how it happens. In every fucking country they've ever fucked over, which is a lot of them at this point. It's little by little by little... until you either, are praying to Mecca in the morning or you're burned alive. Congratulations.
Or you're a member of the BNP all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about it.
What they call
that's what I don't like about this whole thing. It's like
it's how Muhammad gained power in the first place.
Yeah, it's either you join the bad guys who you know are kind of shits, but you know will be looking out for you, or
shit sandwich or giant dish.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
And when
literally the problem.
And when some you know shit sandwich or turd taco, when someone goes, "Hey, I've got a sandwich with a turd here with the shit scraped off," and you go, I might try that.
By the way, Morgan, I do not want to be a member of UKIP. I mean, some of them are all right, but this is a guy in the chat, by the way. Some of them are all right, but honestly, not really.
I kip, you kip, we all kip for UKIP.
That is a mouthful.
Well, thank you, sir.
You wish.
All right.
Let's
trying to wrap this shit up, mate.
Let's wrap it up. We talked about literally everything.
Yep. Meandering, crazy bullshit. So.
That's
done for this
pretty
week.
much.
Well, it is an unsolicited opinion.
That's the internet these days.
Yep.
Just rambling, crazy bullshit.
All over the place like a mad woman shit. All right. See you all next week.